Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome again to my broadcast. We can do this. We got this, and that's what I'm here to remind you of. My name is Julie Baum. I am broadcasting every weekend, coming to you live from the wonderful state of Pennsylvania. And I don't know if you can see behind me in my study window here, got a little bit of snow on the ground today, and you can see our American flag in the background here. And you see, got my sweater on. I'm ready for the winter, keeping cozy here for today. And I am here to talk about a topic today that is near and dear to my heart. And I'm hoping that this broadcast brings something to your life. And the big question, and I know a lot of us ask this, is am I really making a difference? And there are days where I feel like I'm not. I wonder, and I know we all do. Does it really matter? To us, does it really matter if we're making a difference? But I think one of the things I want to start with, and I've got my notes here, so I'm going to follow my notes here a little bit. I think we need to define what making a difference means and what it's going to mean in my discussion here today. First, there are two different types of making a difference. And you're going to notice I use my hand gestures a lot. I am Czechoslovakian, and I don't know if any of you know this, but I have no poker face, and I'm going to do a lot of hand gestures. That's just who I am. So we're going to roll with it. In making a difference, there are two different types of making a difference. There's positive and there's negative. Of course, what I'm here today to discuss is making a positive difference. We all see those out there. There's a lot of people out there we see who are actually making a negative difference. Now, I'm not saying they mean to make a negative difference. In my heart, I really feel like a lot of people genuinely really want to make their mark on the world and to make a small difference in their own little corner of their life. But I really honestly and truly believe that in the interpretation, it really does not translate to being that. And I'm not criticizing, but it's an observation. And we all see it. We all see those who are really making a negative influence in our world right now, an influence on each other. And that's where it's up to us. It's up to you and me. We can make a positive difference. We can offset that. And that's what it's about. That's what this discussion is today, about making a positive difference. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is there's a big, am I making a difference? There's a small, am I making a difference? We are not all the Pope. We are not all some big leader who is all over the news and we're all over the place. And, we're not all Mother Teresa. We're not those who have made influences globally. That's not what our purpose is here. I know that's not what my purpose is. My purpose in life, I want to make this. I want to make this much as a positive difference in my life and in the life of others around me, whether I know you or not. That's my goal. This, right here, this. I want to make that little bit of a difference in the world. And can you imagine if that's our goal, if we all make that our goal, to have this as our goal, to make a difference in each other's lives? When you add that up together, that's pretty major. It's pretty cool when you think about it. And the one other thing that I wanted to put in this definition is there are those out there that have been making a negative difference in the world, but have changed their lives around and are now making a positive difference. And, the stories are maybe few and far between, but I am going to put it out there, and I'm going to give a plug to one of the sites that I watch I am dedicated to. This man has been a complete influence in my life. Not only has he made a difference and helped me open my eyes, but he is making a difference to a lot of other people who have been cursed with addiction. And I want to give a shout out to my friend, Tommy Scoville. And if you ever have a chance to log on to his site, it's called The Lifeboat. And he was incarcerated for being a bank robber for many years, I believe 13. But he has become a gladiator for helping those not only with addiction, but he has actually touched my life and made a difference in me to realize that we all have our story. Everybody has a story, and we don't know what each other's stories are. Some stories are really hard. Our pasts are very, very difficult, some worse than others. And when people lash out at us, it's really hard to realize that their story, how can I make a difference? You can. I promise you. Tommy Scoville, while I have been blessed with no addiction in my life, I have been blessed with his words of wisdom, and he has changed his life around to be a positive influence, and he has made a difference in my life, and I know he has in many others. He continues to fight, and that's where I'm at with my channel. That's why I want you here, and that's what I'm speaking to. I want to make a difference in your life. And if I am making a difference in your life, or I have, please reach out to me. I'm going to start posting my email address. I would love if you'd reach out to me in emails. I would love to bring your comments and the discussions to my live streams, because that's what it's all about. These live streams are going to become so much easier if I can talk with you. I can give to others what your concerns are and what you're getting out of this live. That would mean the world to me. If I can make a difference in your life, I can honestly tell you, you have already made a difference in mine. You've given me a reason and a passion to come to you and bring to you a reason to listen and to know that somebody believes in you. Not me. I believe in you, and you need to believe in you, and we can make a difference. So what I'm going to talk about today is I actually found some things, on the internet. I'm not a techie, but I am an internet, and I'm a YouTuber, just recently live, but I watch a lot of YouTube. And I found some really good things when it comes to making a difference, how you can make a difference, how I can make a difference. And I'm going to bring these tips to you today. And that's what we're going to roll with. So we're going to start it off with one, which is a little brutal, but I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to bring it out. Here it comes, double guns. Wake up. We need to wake up. A lot of us, and I'm including me, I'm guilty as charged. And a lot of us have blinders on. We are so entrenched with, we're so stressed. Get through the day, get the kids off to school, go to work, go to meetings, get the jobs done, get the paperwork done, come home, get the kids off the bus, get the homework done, get them fed. It's all a big stress-filled nightmare for all of us. But take the blinders off. We need to wake up. And the first thing we need to start with, make a difference in you. Make a difference in you. That's where it starts. It starts with me. I can't make a difference unless I look at myself. And I have looked at myself. And I have to tell you, there was a very dark time where I didn't like myself. I didn't love myself, let alone like myself. But I have come to a point, I have grown, and I've taken the hard knocks. And I've taken a hard look at myself. And if I don't start with me, I can't make a difference in anyone else's life. And neither can you. So wake up, take those blinders off, get it started. Start to think differently, process it differently, you know, especially those of us who have the years of wisdom behind us. We get very, very entrenched in this right here. We got to stop it. The world is changing. We got to be into the change. We got to do this. So that's where you got to start. Wake up. It's with you. And there are 3 poisons. Three that are very, very vital to what can affect us and what affects us from making a difference. Greed, anger, arrogance. And I can tell you the top one for me was anger. The anger was brought on from my misunderstanding of my past employment and my previous manager. I hated her for how she treated me. But when I stepped back and I made a change and took the blinders off, the anger came out in me and I took it out on her. Not at her face, but I took the anger out on her for what she did to me. But I healed from that. And through the anger, I realized I actually feel sorry for her. Her hateful nature came through because she's a very unhappy, miserable person. And that's not who I am. I forgive her. But it's taken me years to get to that point. I've had to work really hard. And when it comes to greed and ignorance, greed's a big one. I'm not materialistic, but there's a lot of people out there who are. I'm not sure how to say this, but material things come and go very quickly, and I know that's really cliche to say. But I can tell you this. When I graduated in 1985 from high school, and yes, I'm dating myself, but I'm okay with that. There was a tornado that hit our area. It hit my friends. It hit it did not hit my family, thank goodness. But hit a lot of people that I cared about in our community. Those material things that they had were gone. And it can happen again. Material things can be taken away in a heartbeat. They don't matter. People matter. Your friends, your family, and even strangers matter. You don't know their stories. Give them a chance. Step back and think it through. We all have our stories. We all have our bad and good things about us. Give each other a break. Let it go. Work through it, forgive, and move on. That's the best way it can happen. Here's another big one. Make a habit to respect everyone else around you. And I don't care what they do, who they are, where you see them, where you know them from. We all deserve respect, and we all want respect. I'm respected for who I am. You may not agree with anything I say or what I do, but you can respect me for me. And I need to do the same to respect you as well. I don't have to agree with you, and that's okay. You're allowed your opinion. That's what it's all about. But we need to listen to each other. And the respect comes in. You can make a difference by just respecting others. And when they see you respect them, you will get respect back. I promise you that because I've seen it firsthand. And I can tell you, it makes the days go by a lot easier, whether it's in the work environment. Okay, well, mostly in the work environment. But in the work environment and outside of the work environment, you'd be amazed at what little bit that can do. Another thing is, in our daily lives, we need to consider the people we see around us. We don't all do the same thing. We're not all buyers. We're not all Wally World workers. We don't all work at, in different industries. We're all different. We were made to be different, and that's what makes us unique and dynamic. We are very much a very well-rounded community, no matter where you are. And that being said, you need to realize that you need to consider everyone around you. Look around you. That person who is restocking the shelves at Wally World, smile at them. Say thank you. I know during the Big P, those people in retail stores, they were the mark of some very, very negative responses from patrons. And it wasn't their fault. It wasn't them. They were doing a job in the most unreasonably horrible, hard environment. And I made sure to tell them thank you anytime I saw any of them. And I got a smile back. And I hope that gave a little bit of encouragement and hope to them. And it actually helped me too. If I put a smile on someone's face during the day, even with something little, that's cool with me. How about you? The next thing is operate from a place of love. And love, I know, love is a tough word. It's a heavy word, but let's back it up a little bit. Okay. You can love on many different levels. I'm not talking about, deep breathing, hard-headed, oh my God, that type of love. There are many levels of love. You can love people for what they do. You can love people for what they say. And they may not even know it. I'll bet you have said things to people, you've said things in public, and someone overheard you. And you said something with love and with a caring nature. And you may not even know you made a difference. But I'm willing to bet you have, because I can tell you right now, from the depths of my heart and soul, that I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call right now, but I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to keep on. Along with that love is going to come along with being kind to others. Just be kind. You know what I mean? Like you just being kind to someone else, you want others to be kind to you. And that's what matters. If we're kind to each other, that tends to be addictive. And it tends to pass on, to others. Start a chain reaction. Why not? Let it be you. Why not? I love being the start of a chain reaction. I can honestly tell you, and I'm admitting this publicly, I have made a point, and this is not a New Year's resolution. Please don't go with New Year's resolutions. I am, me personally, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because none of us keep them. Don't make something a New Year's resolution. Make it a life-changing little change. Little change. That's it. That's all it needs to be. Don't make it a New Year's resolution because that limits it to this year. Don't do that. Make it something small. Make it something little. Those little things add up to big things, whether you realize it or not. And that's what my goal is, especially in my work environment. We all have people in our work environments that are unhappy. They're miserable and they bring it. They're full of themselves, they're full of their lives. They think they're all that. I feel very sorry for people like that. They're very unhappy. You need to back up. You need to smile. And you need to realize kindness, as hard as it is best. Work on it. I'm working on it too. I get that. So the next thing is you need to be the change that you wish to see in the world. I have to change me. If I don't change me, I can't make a change in any part of my life, whether it's personal or work environment. I need to change me. I need to take a hard look at myself. That's not easy. But truth be told, I am critical, harder on myself more than I am anybody else can be in my life. And I have been told that a couple times, and I freely admit it. But that being said, I need to do that. I need to be hard on myself because if I don't be who I am, that I would like to see the world be, it doesn't matter. That's where it starts, is with me and with you. You need to matter. And that's how it starts. That's how you need to make a difference. And here's a big one. I know, and I'm bad at this, and I freely admit it. We need to be good listeners. Oh my gosh, the times that I have tried to stop myself and say, shut up, listen to what they're saying. I may have my opinion, but so does everybody else. And we need to see things from other people's point of view. You know, other people have some great points of view. And when you shut up and you listen to them, I can't tell you the number of times I've sat back and went, they may have something there. You know, that's a good point. You're right. I didn't think of it that way. We have our ways of thinking, but that's why we're all different. And that's why it's great that we're all different. We have those different points of view. That's how it makes a difference. We put those different points of view together. But in order to do that, we need to listen to each other. That's where it's important. So sometimes you just need to shut up. And that's the advice I give to myself every day. And I catch myself. So shut up and listen. Some people are pretty amazing when you do that. The next thing is, and this is really important, you need to be true to yourself. You need to find that positive energy that's inside of you. And that's not easy. And I'm speaking from experience. I've struggled for many years to find anything positive about myself and my life. It's taken me a long fight and many years to realize the positive part in me that was drugged down by others, their misery, their hate. I let it drag me down, and I am so angry with myself for that. There is something positive in me that is now coming out that I want to share and that I'm sharing with you. Be positive. Be true to yourself. If you're not true to yourself, you can't be true to others, and you cannot make a difference. Be who you are. Get that positive part in you that's down inside of you, bring it out. And I promise you, others will see it. And it's addictive. It will be addictive. And people will pass it on. Another thing is find someone that needs a smile. You know, give them one. Say something nice to them. I can tell you during the days, I can tell when someone's having a hard day, especially at work. I mean, you know, a lot of us spend a lot of our lives with the people we work with. You know, they become very important parts of our lives, whether we like it or not, whether it's positive or negative. But, you know, if they need a smile, you can detect that. You know, we all have that nature in us. Say something nice, or say something that is supportive of them in front of others. You know, I try really hard in meetings that I'm in. You know, as I've said, I work with some of the most amazing team members on the face of the earth. Younger or older, it doesn't matter. I have found people that have the same drive I do to make a difference and help others in the world, in our own little part of it. I try every chance I can in front of others, whether it's be vendors or other divisions or whoever it may be. I make a point to support others, to be positive and to put that out there. So, and that gives worlds of help to the environment, and that gives people the supports their ego. You know, a lot of people have very weak egos. I'm one of them. And I have felt very low about myself for a very long time. But I've finally come to the point to at least like myself and who I am and what I believe in. And that's what I want to do. I want others to see that I believe in them. And in the work environment, we all need that. No matter what the work environment is, no matter how toxic it is, we can be supportive of each other and get through this. One of the other things that I'm not good with, I'm a yapper. You guys have seen this. I yap. I'm a good talker. But one thing you can do, and I know there's probably those out there that have this talent that I do not, speak without saying a word. And I'm visual. I do not have a poker face. I promise you that. Everybody can read me like a book. I've lived with that. I know that. But there's a lot to be said when you don't speak a word. With your face, that look that you can give somebody else can make a huge difference and can speak volumes. And like I said, I'm not an expert at this, so I can't speak too much to this. But I know those of you out there have this talent. Use it. Use it and roll with it. And it will be amazing. And that's how you can make a difference. One other thing that we don't do. I'm very blessed to have a home. I have a wonderful family. I have wonderful friends. But one thing I learned during the Big P, I was working from home and I made the choice to work out on our deck. I saw wildlife while I was working. I saw trees, grass, I saw the sun, and I came to a whole new level of appreciation that now I no longer have, but it woke me up. Look around you, and I'm not talking about people. Look at what's around us. We forget, while there's big sky rises and skyscrapers and big buildings and big business, does that really matter? Is that really what makes a difference in our lives? No, it's pretty empty, actually. I recognize nature. I recognize innocence in animals, in nature. Sometimes when you step back and say, I've had enough, I've got to stop, I've got to slow down. You need to get out of the environment you're in and go somewhere different, change the scenery, and just take a step back, breathe heavily, breathe deeply. Look around you. You can find peace, quite a lot of peace in that environment, and it brings you back to a place where you realize what's really important, where you can make a difference. The final thing that I want to say is I have had some wonderful individuals, and I can say recently in my life, but also along the way, but more or less recently, I've hooked up with some wonderful friends on Facebook that I have not seen in over 30 years. I have wonderful friends in my life. I have been blessed beyond belief. It's taken me a long time to realize I'm a good person, I'm a caring person, I'm a giving person, and I do believe in others. The one thing I need to do, which is why I wanted to start talking to all of you, I want to pay it forward. I've had some people recently tell me I've made a difference in their lives and I never knew it. I am odd. I'm shocked. and I'm humbled by that. That being said, remember, if someone tells you you've made a difference in their lives, pay it forward. Pay it forward to someone else. Pay this message forward to somebody else. Let's get it started. You know how they always do the wave? You do the wave, at sports events and stuff. Let's pay it forward. Let's start doing the wave. Let's do this. We matter. And we can do this together. It's going to be a rough year. I've been watching a lot on YouTube, whether it's food or if it's worse, and differences or the work environment. But we can do this. I believe in you. You need to believe in you. And that's what I'm doing here. I am going to make a difference in this world, and I know you can too. And we're going to do it together. We'll do it little by little, and little by little builds up to one big thing. And one final note for today. As I said last week, today is my birthday and I'm turning 57. I am not ashamed of it. I am very excited about it. And being on Facebook, I have had an unwhelming, I'm awed at how many of my wonderful friends have supported me, said happy birthday, we wish you the best, we're thinking of you. I could not express my thank you, my gratitude, and my love for all of you. And to those of you who are not on Facebook, I want you to know I'm here for you I want you to listen to me. I'm here to be positive, and I know it's going to be tough. But as I always say, we can do this together, and we got this. We definitely do. So that being said, take care, my friends. I will see you next weekend. Until then, make it amazing, keep it simple, and definitely, honestly and truly make a difference. Bye-bye.